Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we are checking out Love Me, Love Me, Love Me by Kanade Izuru. Now this is a pretty highly requested cover, so I'm pretty excited to hear this one. This is by Izuru from holostars, if I am correct. And I believe this is also my first big exposure to his voice. It may be possible that we've heard him in like a group song or something, but I don't believe we've heard anything just from Izuru's channel. So I'm excited to get into this. This is going to be kind of my first exposure to all of it. So let's jump in 3, 2, 1, play. Ooh. Ooh, that's a nice intro. Ooh. Wait, are all of those harmony or harmonizations there? Or is that all him? That's really nice. Wow. Wow. Nice. Okay. And so we had the instrumentation cut out, and then we just had the solo main vocal there. On the down low, it was also nice how we had a treble based instrumentation with the vocals down low, because you would have kind of expected the main vocal to follow the treble based tonality there, but instead we let the introductory treble based instrumentation that we opened with, we let that sustain with the main vocal instead, which is some nice composition choice there, and I love how he's matching that. Wow. Ooh. I love how breathy he's getting on those those finishing segments. You know, as he's ending each vocal segment, he gets more breathy, a little tiny bit raspy as well, and it's very nice, especially when he does that lift too. He lifts his pitch, and you know, the first time we got that, we actually had the treble instrumentation drop lower in the mix so that we could focus on that lift in his voice, which was very nice. I'm really liking the mixing and the vocal work for this cover. This is very impressive already. I mean, this is maybe some of the best harmonization I've heard, period, as well. I mean, listen to the harmonies we're getting with this vocalist here. That's insane. That's really good. Nice. Ooh. Nice. Nice. That is what the heck? That wow. I don't know how much I can say about that. I that was really that was something. So not only are we getting these very intricate this intricate application of dissonance, really, you know, and from the more composition side of things, you know, that dissonance adds to the unease, as well as these unusual, you know, just tonal, not really tonal, I'd say these unusual vocal demeanors that we're getting for these tracks, for these vocal tracks. It's very, very unconventional, and it works super, super well when you're going for this uneasy, creepy aesthetic. And and we're getting some insane high notes from the vocalist as well. Izuru here, his vocals. I mean, yeah, when he first went from that high note, I was like, this sounds a little off, but then when he sustains it through the track, I mean, it works really, really well, and you can tell, I mean, that unease is what we're going for, and he has a very, very good understanding of that as he's singing this. I mean, we're gonna go back quite a bit here because that was really, really good. And listen to that static, like it's simulating like vocal fry or like a vocal rasp underneath the main vocal, with the instrumentation. We've got like the synth buzz that's like simulating vocal fry. That's so clean. And listen to get into more of a scream. We get him constricting his throat as we apply more vocal suppression and more digital effect onto his voice for that one line there, and then we pull off and he goes back into that lull of unease harmonization. It's very, very satisfying to hear. Nice. And I love those choral backing, the bum 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 bum. It's just like choral dissension as he's sustaining that. That's beautiful. Nice. Oh, was not expecting this percussion switch up. And now we've got a big bass track now. Wow. Whoa. Nice. Okay. So we're getting a lot of percussive and bass switch ups here. We went from like this new percussion track to a new bass track. That's really what's supporting, the entire instrumentation, or what's being like spotlit with the instrumentation. And then we go back to another percussive switch up. Then we go to another bass guitar switch up. And now we're getting these insane effects here. I mean, that's wild. None of that. Ooh, nice. So as we're going back to that piano and we're reintroducing the vocals as being the forefront of, what we're hearing, we're getting, this is insane. This is like actually wild. I feel like I'm just repeating myself. It's like, oh, this is insane. This is wild. This is crazy. But it's actually really, really impressive. Wow. Listen to how clean that lift and pitch is. I mean, that's so smooth that it sounds very uniquely effortless, but at the same time, like there's being, effort simulated by the vocalist, which is not something you really expect a whole lot outside of maybe like something like metal, where you're like screaming and you're trying to get that intensity out. For a track like this, to be able to make it sound like the vocalist isn't ever uncomfortable, but they're still able to focus on these uncomfortable tones, these associations between different pitches, and being able to communicate the song without ever feeling like the vocalist is unable to do that. I mean, that's a very, very impressive. That's super impressive. I love that. I love that. I know I'm probably pausing an unusual amount. Well, maybe it is usual for me. I pause quite a lot, but I mean, just that little like string slide we get there, and it's like a little like twang right after that vocal. Just like it wasn't quite a vocal crack, but it's just like this twist you get right there. He exhales, and then while he's not really having a whole lot of breath support, he then pushes up in pitch. So when he does that, we get this very odd, uncomfortable note that is immediately followed by that twang we get that we got earlier as well. So it's a very, very smooth transition for a song like this. I mean, that wouldn't really work for a whole lot of other songs, but when we've got an arrangement like this, it works, and it's very, very unique and very, very cool to hear a vocalist embrace that and understand that. Whoa. Nice. Nice. Okay. So we had that scream, and then we opted for a digital stutter into the chorus instead of having a full scream transition there. Not what I would have done, but I don't think it was a wrong choice. I think that was pretty good. And also, can we just say how beautiful that control over the vocal rasp, the vocal fry, the distortion in the voice is? We're getting some digital effects here and there, but they're applied as much as they need to be without feeling overbearing. I mean, if you showed me this and then you just said like, guess what the vocalist is like, if I didn't know this was like a cover, I'd be like, yeah, they're probably crazy. But getting this control over the embodiment of the voice, I mean, he sounds insane. He sounds clinically insane when he's singing this, and it's beautiful. I absolutely love the control he's got over his voice. Listen to that. Nice. I like that. Interesting. Okay, wait. We gotta go back, because on this segment here, before we got some suppression. We had some vocal suppression, pushing the vocals down a bit on that part. Here, if I heard that right, I did not hear any vocal suppression, which is a pretty cool way to add progression to the song. Yes. Okay. So yeah, I didn't hear any suppression on that part. There was a bit quieter in the mix, which was a smart move, especially when we're gonna have this big projection, this big sustain after it, because and we also got this very, very well supported like treble tonality from him. So not only did we instead of having this suppression, it seems we just like normally dropped in volume. You know, maybe that was through the mix and not through the recording, but you know, we dropped in volume normally without like a digital effect, rather than the suppression we got last time. Then we come up high, and then for that, I mean, we gotta go back. Listen to that. We, instead of just getting the high pitched sustain, we got a scream, and then we go to like a more from mid-tone sustain projection there. I mean, that was super, super clean. We're really getting a lot more of the synth here in this part of the mix. Wow. You know, I have to say, I really like how we got more and more bass tonality in the instrumentation as we got more and more treble focused with the vocals, which was really, really nice. I like how we kept on drawing on that contrast there, which made the vocals pop out a lot more because, you know, by default, when you've got a more of a bass foundation and you're going that high with the vocals, it's going to stand out more and more. So that was really, really nice. That was maybe, I mean, that might be one of my favorite. my voice is cracking. I feel like I feel exhausted after hearing that. I think that might just be one of my favorite reactions I've done ever. That was really, really good. I think that is like the perfect cover. Like I don't know what more you could ask from a vocalist than that. I mean, he was given a song and it said be clinically insane for this, and he was like, gotcha. He did it, and he did it better than I think anyone has done it, because that was wild. That was really, really good. That was wow. That's all I have to say. Just wow. The mix work for this was incredible. The vocals were more than incredible. I mean, it's just the absolute control over the voice. That was incredible. I'd love to hear more from Izuru. Thank you so much for recommending this to me. That was an absolute treasure of a cover we just heard there. Thank you so much. And as always, feel free to recommend more in the comments below. Aside from that, I will see you all next time. Thank you so much for watching. This was an absolute blast.